Right now, live at 5, we take you inside the courtroom as a former DTA driver pleads guilty to a fatal crash. Plus,
as smelting season begins, officials are warning of a possible health concern. What you need to know coming up tonight.
President Biden signs a bill to make it easier to provide Ukraine with military equipment and aid. I'm Natalie Brand at the White House with a look at the latest U.S. efforts to help the war-torn country battle Russia.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. President Biden is making it easier to get military aid to Ukraine as Russian President Vladimir Putin defended the war.
CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand has the day's developments from the White House.
As Russia's war on Ukraine stretches into its 75th day, President Biden signed a bill to streamline providing military aid by lending or leasing needed weapons and equipment. It's similar to a program used during World War II.
The cost of the fight is not cheap, but caving to aggression is even more costly. That's why we're staying in this.
And on Monday, in an annual tradition, Russian President Vladimir Putin marked World War II Victory Day with a military parade in Moscow's Red Square. He defended his war in Ukraine, blaming the West and NATO expansion, but did not hint at a broader mobilization as some had feared.
We still heard some of the same bluster, some of the same falsehoods.
To date, President Putin stands accused of nearly 10,000 war crimes. Ukrainian officials say 60 people were killed after a bomb hit a school in eastern Ukraine where people were sheltering. In his own speech, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said soon Ukraine will have 2 victory days, vowing his country will win the war. President Zelensky met virtually with President Biden and other world leaders on Sunday. The White House says the G7 committed to phasing out or banning the import of Russian oil, reducing dependence on Russian energy. Meanwhile, First Lady Jill Biden made a surprise visit to Ukraine on Sunday, meeting with Ukraine's First Lady and children who have been displaced by the war. Monday, she met with the president of Slovakia before heading back to Washington. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
A Pentagon spokesman says there are indications Ukrainians are being moved from Ukraine into Russia against their will. A former DTA driver pleaded guilty today after a crash that killed a pedestrian. That happened last fall in the Miller Hill Mall parking lot.
CBS 3's Larissa Millis was in the courtroom today and has more on where the case stands now.
Briggs Kristen Cristobal pleaded guilty to that criminal vehicular homicide charge this afternoon. Today, she admitted to the judge she was not paying attention to her blind spots. On September 10th, 2021, Ball was working an overtime shift, driving on her usual bus route. She says she was ahead of schedule, so she pulled her bus up along the sidewalk near the Dick's Sporting Goods at the Miller Hill Mall. Ball says she waved at a man crossing the intersection. She thought she saw him fully cross, looked to her left, and pulled away from the curb. Next, she described feeling a bump and then freezing. Today in court, when her attorney asked her what that bump was, she cried, "A man." That man, 64-year-old David Weston, ended up dying at the scene. Ball will now meet with a probation officer to undergo a pre-sentence investigation. The judge scheduled a sentencing date for July 11th.
Thanks, Larissa. Ball was with the DTA for 3 years before the incident and said she drove that route often. She no longer works there.
An update to a shooting in Duluth's East Hillside neighborhood last night. Police identified the man involved as Valentino Dodge. The 36-year-old was arrested early this morning after surrendering to Duluth police. This incident began when the DPD responded to a shots fired call on 7th Avenue East and 1st Street just before 6 o'clock last night. Police were told Dodge was inside a building and had allegedly fired a handgun during an argument with his significant other. No one was hurt. Based on that information, DPD, the tactical response team, and the crisis negotiation team set up a perimeter and evacuated surrounding apartments. Police eventually learned Dodge was not inside the building and that he left before police arrived. Police got Dodge on the phone and negotiated with him to meet them near M&H gas station on West Michigan Street to surrender. Dodge agreed and was arrested. Police say Dodge is facing several charges, including second-degree assault, discharge of a firearm endangering safety, and domestic assault. The motive behind the initial shots fired is being investigated.
A quick-moving thunderstorm knocked out power for thousands of Northlanders. About 2,000 Lake Country Power members are impacted right now. Most of those outages are on the Iron Range and near Lake Vermilion. Trees took down power lines, and at least 3 broken poles have been reported so far. Crews are out trying to get the lights back on as we speak. Minnesota Power customers, meanwhile, are not impacted at this hour.
Dave joins us now for a look at the weather. Dave, I experienced some of that wind on my drive to Duluth today. It made me slow down a little bit because it was pretty strong.
And boy, winds are really going to get strong for the South Shore tonight. That's one of the alerts we have to talk about. So the storm system that fired up this morning isn't done. Its back half is now with us this evening. And that then leads us to a wind advisory for northern Wisconsin. We'll go into the map and take a look at that right now. That is for Iron and Ashland and Gogebic counties. Until 8 o'clock tonight, the winds could gust 20 to even 50 miles per hour there. We all get a chance for thunderstorms here tonight, but the worst of it may be for east central Minnesota and parts of northwestern Wisconsin. There's a tornado watch that'll be in effect until 10 o'clock tonight for Aiken and Pine counties here in Minnesota within our viewing area, and Burnett, Washburn, and Sawyer counties in Wisconsin. You can see there is a tornado warning going on right now in between Mora and St. Cloud, and trying to push up towards Pine County. We'll be tracking that cluster, of course, if it gets closer to our area. Here's our low-pressure system then bringing its worst right now from Minneapolis up towards the Mora area. Keep in mind it may affect our towns as the night goes on. Short-term forecast says the chance for tonight of storms is 50 to even 70%. But then tomorrow we calm down. It'll be partly sunny and 70 degrees, even here closer to the lake. We'll talk about how long that's going to last coming up in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Authorities are still searching for a suspect after a fire and vandalism at a Wisconsin anti-abortion lobbying group. The fire happened this weekend at the Wisconsin Family Action Office in Madison. It also comes after 2 Catholic churches in Colorado, including one known for its annual anti-abortion display, were vandalized last week. The fire in Madison is being investigated as arson.
Authorities are still trying to find out what sparked a wildfire in Burnett County. The fire threatened homes west of Webb Lake Saturday afternoon. The Webb Lake fire chief says in all, it burned about 18 acres in 90 minutes. His crew saved 14 structures with help from fire suppression techniques and an aircraft. Thankfully, no one was hurt. According to the latest U.S. Drought Monitor report issued on Thursday, as you can tell by the yellow shading here, that region is listed as abnormally dry right now. The Wisconsin DNR still says there is a very high risk of wildfires since grasses haven't fully greened and the snow cover is gone. In Minnesota, a small chunk of Cook and Lake counties near the border are listed as abnormally dry. The rest of our region is in good shape.
Still to come on Live at 5, kids, cops, cars, oh my. Details on a family fun event in Virginia this week, coming up next in City by City.
Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app.
Eric Paulson here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Hold on to your napkins, cheeseburger fans. DQ is taking taste buds for an all-out flavor ride with the new signature stack burger menu featuring 5 mouth-wowing cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. Like the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 amazing premium sauces. And the spicy flamethrower stack burger with, oh, hello, jalapeno bacon. So tell your taste buds to buckle up and try the new DQ signature stack burger menu today. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Duluth Pack is the oldest canvas and leather pack and bag maker in the United States of America. Nobody else can say that. We are the one. This year in 2022, we are celebrating our 140th consecutive year in business. Duluth Pack, being a historic company, has been here a long time, and we are so excited for the next 140 years.
Hey folks, do you eat food? I figured so. My name's Chris Duke. I'm one of the farmers in the Bayful Foods Cooperative. We're a group of farms right up here in the Northwoods that grows food for people in our community. Right now, our fruits, vegetables, meats, and more are available in our Bayfield Foods CSA shares. So, if you're gonna eat, you may as well eat the good stuff.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Virginia, Minnesota. As we mentioned, a strong storm system rolled through earlier, and the wind is still gusting on the Iron Range and around the region. Dave will have the latest on today's storms in a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the area.
Giving thanks to volunteers in Silver Bay, and they're talking road construction in Superior. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start in Virginia tonight with a fun event for kids of all ages Thursday. The first annual Kids, Cops, and Cars will be held at the Iron Trail Motors Event Center. The free event will feature several Iron Range police departments, and kids will get to see police vehicles, special equipment, and everyone's favorite police canine, Chase, will be there for a meet and greet too. Kids, Cops, and Cars will run from 4:30 to 8:30 on Thursday. And next we head to Silver Bay, where the local Veterans Home is saying thank you to the community. May 8th through the 14th is Minnesota Veterans Home Week. To kick things off, staff wanted to acknowledge the positive impact the community has made in the last year. They specifically highlighted the donation of a car for residents to use, new waterproof radios for fishing trips, and volunteers who helped with yearly holiday celebrations. Both residents and staff appreciate all the support they've received. And we wrap up in Superior, where they're gearing up for a large construction project in the coming years. Most of the work centers on U.S. Highway 53, also called East 2nd Street. There will be a resurfacing work project done, as well as repairs to the sewer and curb system. The biggest change in traffic will be the proposal to close the median of 53 and E Street and add turn lanes at that intersection. These projects are scheduled for 2025, but now is the time to give your feedback on those plans. We'll have a link to do so on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, smelt is popular this time of year, but health officials say to watch how much you're eating. Their warning coming up.
High temp today for the Twin Forks, 58 degrees up over the hill. Farther inland, it was a lot warmer, and the lift from that warmth is helping trigger some thunderstorms and even some tornadoes just outside of our area. Will they be coming our way? We'll talk about the odds of that happening coming up right after our break.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie Grant. I am so excited to be waking up with you every weekday from 5 to 7 right here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Let Duluth Stove and Fireplace introduce you to the therapeutic benefits of a Finleo infrared room. Relax and feel the worries and tensions of the day drain away. Stop into Duluth Stove and Fireplace at 2431 West Superior Street or visit us online at duluthstove.com.
Oh, love that Chevy Blazer. That's our next SUV. Love that Equinox. That's our next SUV.
Nice Trailblazer.
It was love at first sight. What?
The Chevy family of SUVs. Find new options. Find new roads.
It's Chevy Sport Utility Spring. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing or get a $1,000 cash allowance on all 2022 Equinox models. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
It seems like everyone has an idea on how to spend Minnesota's $9 billion surplus.
But as educators, we know that one voice needs to be heard above all others. Students. And yet, after decades of underfunding, they're the ones who have suffered the most. Increased class sizes,
diminishing mental health support,
and cuts to vital programs.
The time is now. Use your voice, Minnesota.
Tell your legislators to fully fund our schools.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northlands still to this day. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining.
Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke every Tuesday at 10. Only on live, local CBS 3.
As smelting season begins, officials are warning of a possible health concern. What you need to know coming up tonight.
We've already had some storms and could get a few more tonight.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
This morning, the first round of rain and showers and thunderstorms rumbled through and shook a few folks out of bed. Didn't leave that much in the way of rain, at least yet. But we did get over a quarter of an inch for Moose Lake and almost a quarter of an inch towards Hayward. But the automatic charts indicate only 400s here in Duluth. I could swear it rained heavier than that, longer than that. But we still have more rain coming here tonight and could be coming with thunderstorms as well. And for some of us to the south of the Twin Ports, there is a chance for embedded tornadoes. So we have to talk about the odds of all this paying off in just a bit. But first, here's a quick look at the current conditions at Duluth International. The clouds are building in, of course, and are frankly going to kick out another round of rain as the night goes on. Current temp is 63. We've warmed up fairly nicely. Even in the past couple of minutes here where it said the high temp was 58, we've now pushed to 63. South-southeast winds going 9 miles per hour, relative humidity 67%, air pressure low at 29.46 inches of mercury. Temperature-wise, we've got cooler conditions around the lake especially, only 43 on Park Point, 49 in Superior, and then a little warmer up over the hill, 57, Two Harbors, 59 towards Cloquet, 60s for much of the arrowhead of Minnesota. But to the south, where warm front's pushing towards us, we have 73 Moose Lake, 75 Solon Springs, 79 degrees in Ashland, even 70s for a portion of the UP. So, of course, that clash between cold undercutting and warm riding up and over helps to fuel the potential for the showers and storms that are coming our way, courtesy of a low-pressure system and its warm front that's pushing out of South Dakota and tracking towards the northeast. We'll see what it's doing to our area right now. And right now it is to the south and to the west of most of our towns, but is threatening to push back up. You saw that first wave there. That was the morning round. This is the current round, now over towards places like Mora and threatening Hinckley and trying to track up towards the northeast and maybe especially pushing towards Burnett County in Wisconsin within the next hour or so. So we do have a chance, a good 50 to 70% chance for showers and thunderstorms in our neck of the woods here tonight. And again, east central Minnesota, northwestern Wisconsin facing a chance for tornadoes until 10 o'clock tonight. Tornado watch in effect. Then our low pressure system, of course, will pull through and be gone by tomorrow. And for our Tuesday, we'll have a little bit of sunshine for at least a little while longer. But come Wednesday, the next low pressure system starts to push towards us. And Wednesday night into Thursday, there's a chance for more potentially strong showers and thunderstorms. Into the 7-day forecast we go. And tonight, this one could be the bumpiest of the bunch, although another replay Wednesday night is possible. 50% storm chance for Minnesotans. Low temps 45 to about 50 degrees, so much warmer than it has been for months. 70% storm chance for Wisconsin and the UP with low temps there about 49 to 52. Tomorrow, pretty warm for Wisconsin and the UP, 70 to 75. And we'll be going towards a partly cloudy sky once we early on shake off the storm chance. So getting towards Minnesota, partly sunny, 60s up north, 70s down south. Should be a fairly nice day. But again, keep in mind, even though it might look a little nicer during the daylight hours on Wednesday, late rain and another round of storms could come across. That sets us up then for a 60% chance for a replay here come Thursday. But on a bright note, most of the weekend looks to be rather lovely. Highs in the upper 60s with sunshine. Good chance to get out and enjoy the fishing opener, which will be open in all 3 of our states now once we get towards next Sunday.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of people anxious for that, and got a little taste with Wisconsin this last weekend, and people are sure excited.
Yeah, Minnesota Saturday coming up and the UP on Sunday.
Yeah. Perfect. All right, thanks, Dave.
It's an annual sign of spring in the Northland, smelting season. But this year, health officials are warning people about how much smelt they should be eating. The Minnesota Department of Health is recommending no more than 1 smelt meal per month. The reason for the limit, high levels of chemicals called PFAS found in fish from Lake Superior. Health leaders say those chemicals have been linked to many issues, including cancer and developmental problems. They say before they enter the watershed, PFAS are sometimes found in standard household items.
Like Teflon, Scotchgard, types of water repellents. It's found in, I believe, some of the fire retardants that they use on airports, that sort of thing, and unfortunately has come into our waters.
Officials say those chemicals can enter the watershed through runoff. Public health leaders in both Wisconsin and Michigan have applied similar smelt consumption advisories. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from the DNR about what they anticipate for this year's smelting season.
Some ESCO elementary students spent the day learning the importance of kindness. Today is National Kindness Day. It's a worldwide campaign to teach kids how to make other people's days brighter by being nice, kind, and positive. In ESCO, they took that a step further by preaching the yellow or the light in someone's day. ESCO kindergarten teacher Carrie Knutson organized the event. She's retiring after almost 4 decades in the classroom and felt this lesson was a great final one.
And I tell my students every day that, you know, it's okay to be nice to everybody, and you don't always have to be their friends, but you always have to be kind to everybody. So that's our focus here at Winterquist Elementary, is to be kind to everybody every single day, not just today, but today is a special day.
A great focus indeed. And along with the yellow lunches and yellow shirts today, students also spelled out "be kind" on the playground. Very cool aerial photo there.
I love that. What a great message, too. Absolutely. Love to see it. Well, it's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets. And today's pet comes to us from Northwoods Humane Society in Hayward.
Yeah, this is Sammy, Tigger, and Goose. 3 of them today. Sammy and Tigger are brothers. They have the stripes, and our friends at the shelter say they are 2 very kind kitties who do well with other dogs and people, and they are just very scared at the shelter. Aww. That's heartbreaking to hear. Goose is also a snuggly and affectionate kitty who came in as a stray, and he too is looking for a place to call home. All 3 are just very adorable guys.
Oh, and they're scared at the shelter. They need a safe place to call home.
Yeah, they sure do. And if you'd like to be that safe place, you can make an appointment to adopt Sammy, Tigger, or Goose, or hey, maybe even all 3. You can call the number on your screen.
Still to come today, President Biden declared internet access a necessity, not a luxury. Details on the plan to get millions of Americans high-speed access next.
It's always a good day for a car wash at Miller Hill Car Wash. But just to be safe, watch the CBS 3 Car Wash Forecast. Weekday mornings on CBS 3 this morning. The CBS 3 Car Wash Forecast is sponsored by Miller Hill Car Wash. Only on live, local CBS 3.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission products. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep. We do better when our clients do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Today, women with nighttime urinary incontinence don't have to wake up wet. Introducing the Purewick System, an innovative breakthrough system for managing female urinary incontinence at night.
Morning, Mom. Good morning. How did you sleep? Better, thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad. Okay. The Purewick system works outside the body to draw urine away, helping to keep skin dry and control odor. The Purewick system is a non-invasive option for management of moderate to severe urinary incontinence, helping to reduce the need for multiple changes at night or trips to the bathroom. Now, staying dry can be one less thing to lose sleep over.
Simply call 800-208-1498 to order now and find out why 9 out of 10 caregivers and users would recommend the Purewick system. For more information and to order, call 800-208-1498. That's 800-208-1498.
Interstate Battery has the battery for your RV, ATV, and so much more. Power up your summer with a battery you can depend on. Visit us today at 426 John Avenue in Superior or at your nearest Interstate Batteries dealer. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
At UCare, we've been all around Minnesota, and some of the people we meet are looking into Medicare options for the first time. Well, UCare Medicare Advantage plans are a great place to start. Most plans include Part D prescription drug coverage, come with a lot of extras, and are now 5-star rated based on member experience and satisfaction. And not to toot our own horns, bells, but we're good at simplifying Medicare if you're ever feeling stuck. UCare, people-powered health plans.
Jim Pearl Construction has been awarded the title of Authorized Replacement Contractor by the Marvin Window and Door Company. This entitles us to give better pricing and longer warranties on Marvin's high-quality windows and doors. We are the only authorized replacement contractor in the Northland. This caps off our 49 years of being your professional, dependable, and honest home improvement contractor. Please call us for any of your home improvement needs.
Don't let the weather ruin your day. Dave Anderson, Peter Kevitkauskas, and Bo Fogel. The CBS 3 Weather Team, tracking more than just severe storms.
President Biden is expanding high-speed internet access for millions of American households.
It's part of the Affordable Connectivity Program created through the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. Deborah Alferone reports.
High-speed internet is not a luxury any longer. It's a necessity.
Bridging the digital divide. President Biden announced 20 internet providers have agreed to speed up internet service and lower costs for millions of Americans.
If you qualify, you're going to get a $30 credit per month toward your internet bill, which most folks will mean they get on for nothing.
The average cost of a broadband internet connection in the U.S. is $61.07 a month, according to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, among the highest in the world. Providers are now capping costs for qualifying Americans at $30 a month, matching the internet service subsidy in the president's $1 trillion infrastructure law. The need for speed became even more apparent during the pandemic, with remote learning and work from home.
I think it's vital at this point to make sure that all families have that option available to them so that we don't move backwards in terms of what we learned from COVID.
The president made expanding high-speed internet access in rural and in low-income areas a priority on the campaign trail and also in his push to get the infrastructure bill through Congress.
Many states and municipalities are working to expand access, which residents in rural areas liken to keeping the lights on.
In today's economy, this is just the same thing.
Those who are receiving SNAP benefits, Medicaid, or even Pell Grants may qualify. 11.5 million Americans have already signed up. Deborah Alferone, CBS News, Washington.
You can visit getinternet.gov to see if you qualify.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. America's fentanyl crisis. We take a look at the high-stakes battle on the southern border to prevent pills laced with the deadly drug from getting into the hands of teens. That's all tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
CBS 3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Don't fall behind in your child's routine care. Schedule a well child check today. Same-day appointments are available. Visit EssentiaHealth.org.
The Menards Garden Center is open. Save 11% at your one-stop destination for all your outdoor projects. Want flowers for your deck, patio, or yard? We've got hundreds of colorful options to choose from. Growing a larger garden? We've got the soils, seeds, and tools you need. Landscaping? Check out our wide selection of edgers, pavers, and patio block. The Menards Garden Center. Let's grow. Pick up a bag of Schultz Quick Lawn for $6.99 after sale price and 11% off.
Dream it. Build it. Style it. Accessorize it. And create your custom order for a Ford vehicle today. Plus, get an additional $500 bonus cash on top of all public offers. And incentive protection. Guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. For a limited time, get up to $1,500 retail order bonus cash on select vehicles. And thank you for making Ford the best-selling brand in the Twin Cities region.
Has your roof seen its better days? It's that time of year again to think of replacing your old roof. Call Peak Construction Roofing today for your free estimate at guaranteed affordable rates. Peak Roofing also provides the best roofing warranty in the Northland. Financing? No problem. 0% financing up to 12 months, or get a low-interest payment plan that will fit your budget. Call the best, Peak Construction Roofing. They'll do the rest. Let us take care of you.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. Join me, Kristen Vaki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining.
Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki every Tuesday at 10. Only on live, local CBS 3.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Monday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Tonight at 5, we were in the courtroom today as former DTA bus driver Crystal Ball pleaded guilty to criminal vehicular homicide. That comes after she ran over a pedestrian at the Miller Hill Mall last September. He died at the scene. Her sentencing is set for July.
And tonight at 6, the city of Duluth had no policy for how to approve requests to light the aerial lift bridge until now. Tonight we'll break down the city's new policy and what it means for the future of lighting not only the bridge, but other city landmarks as well.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll see you back here.